Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I'm going to be talking about TikTok's worst mom. Yes, I will be making a follow-up video to the one I made just a few days ago called She Shouldn't Be Back on TikTok. Now, this was surrounding a woman who is actually pretty popular online. She has had her fair shares of controversy before all of this whole situation, I guess, really even blew up. For instance, she was embattled with Nintendo over potential legal action considering her online name. Her online name at one point was Princxss. This is one of these OnlyFans girls who, at that point was using Pokemon's likeness, I guess, according to Nintendo, and she was forced to change her name to Digitalprincxss. And recently, she had to take herself away from social media after being charged with child neglect when she left her 5-year-old child at home for hours. While she went to a friend's house to party, the child was later found in the middle of the night crying in her front yard by the neighbors. She uploaded a video when she came back and had the charges dropped against her, in which she basically mocked people who had concern for her child with a green Lamborghini and flexing on them, and has treated this entire situation as a complete fucking joke. It's pretty sad considering, once again, we're talking about a child who is 5 years old. We're talking about a person who could not defend themselves, cannot make their own decisions, cannot really, live on their own. So this isn't like your average, TikTok e-girl hate, right? Where people are just like, oh, she shouldn't be making money on TikTok, right? No, this is a real situation where she did actually cause a child harm at that, was being a fucking terrible mom, and then mocked the whole situation. So she's been getting absolutely decimated online ever since her return, ever since the flexing, ever since she then stated that she would have a public statement on the whole situation happening on October 22nd. Well, folks, take your fucking calendars out because we're going to be checking the date. And according to the Gregorian calendar, it is in fact October 22nd of 2021. So today is the fabled day. This is the day that the prophecies spoke of, where the gilded, abusive piece of shit mother will finally be making her highly coveted statement on this whole situation. So I don't know if you guys are excited for that, man, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm just not. And the reason that I'm not is because, well, I'm just going to go ahead and show you this little clip here, I guess. Take a look.
For clout, they do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout.
So she uploaded a TikTok basically announcing that there was going to be this whole release of a statement or whatever here. Unfortunate to see the child's seat in the back of the car as well. That's not a good look because in all reality, you shouldn't even be, in custody of that child. But she says, go to her Twitter for the details, while it says on repeat, they'll do anything for clout. Well, yes, they will do anything for clout, and you are the person, obviously, that you're referencing. So let me go ahead and tell everybody what's happening here. I'm just going to go ahead and just bring the truth out right here at the beginning of the video. You're washed up, right? You have no discernible skills, qualities as a person. You lack any sort of moral guidance that could make you a decent human being. Not only did you lie to try and cover the situation up with your child to the police, but you then mocked it online for attention, money, and basically just to be a fucking asshole. So when all of this money dries up from you apparently being attractive, and I say apparently very strongly, you basically will have nothing anymore. So it's nice that you have that green Lamborghini, but here in about 3 years when you're struggling to pay the insurance for it and you're a fucking bar hop who has nothing really going, you're gonna kind of regret a lot of this, I think. And I think that maybe you realize that, right? I think you realize that your 15 minutes of online attention and fame are going to be over after this happens. And so you're trying to milk every last cent that you can out of all of this. You're trying your very hardest to milk whatever little amount of relevancy and money that you think you can get out of this situation because, I mean, let's be real, how many employers also do you know are going to look at somebody who the only discernible job/quality they've ever had in their life was being a sexual object for people on OnlyFans, and also is known probably most prominently for being one of the worst kind of parents that you can be. So what's really happening here is this is almost like a cry for help, okay? The reason this statement is being hyped up to the degree that it is the attention is necessary to Digitalprincxss. Because when she's no longer the digital princess that she thinks she is, she realizes that she's got about 50 more years of mediocrity left, okay? I don't know if that was too harsh, but I'm sorry, I just don't take sympathy for people who show zero fucking regard for their children. And also, let's go ahead and bring up the real reason that I have no regard for this person's feelings. Instead of making this public announcement or whatever just as widely accessible as possible, Digitalprincxss has decided to put this behind a paywall. So, for instance, the average person who has an online platform, when they decide that they want to, I guess, apologize for something or come clean about something, they'll either post like, a Twitter thread or a short TikTok or a video on YouTube or a twit-longer, something like that, right? Usually they don't monetize it because, when you're trying to apologize for something and you also have your hand out basically begging for money at the same time, not necessarily a genuine or good look. But Digitalprincxss isn't actually sorry for what she did. She's not even going to make the effort to really try and apologize or explain herself. What this is a quick cash grab on a situation that's already unfortunate enough where there is a legitimate victim, where blatant disregard for a child was shown. So, once again, I don't know if I feel any sort of sympathy. I think this is one of those kinds of people that kind of deserves to have the reality of the world fucking kicked in, They gotta be told how it is. So this statement will be exclusively released on OnlyFans. I will not be telling you guys the link or the time because I absolutely refuse to contribute to giving this person any sort of fucking money. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and follow that statement up. I don't know the legality of this, so I'm going to say this in the most legally proper way of all time. I absolutely would never, ever, ever, ever give the uncut statement to people for free on my other social media platforms. For instance, if you were to go to my Twitter later on tonight on October 22nd, there is absolutely zero chance that you would ever see me, reacting to, sharing without consent, breaching the paywall of, mocking, or in any other way infringing upon the rights of this content, this apology/explanation that Digitalprincxss will be putting on her OnlyFans. And for legal reasons, I also would never share the names of people who have already openly claimed that they will be giving these resources out for free in order to not contribute any sort of money to this woman whatsoever. So I'm glad I was able to legally clear that up. So I guess the best way to really go about this now is to, give some predictions, because I think I kind of have a good idea on how this is all going to really go down, right? So I'm pretty sure she's just going to completely deflect the situation at hand, right? Because that's what she's done all the way up until now. And honestly, wouldn't surprise me if this was a continued behavior whatsoever. So I think she's really going to be pretty dependent on the fact that the charges were dropped. Because, actually debating whether or not she did the crime, she admitted to it, right? The news outlets and the police that responded have reported that she first told the story that, she was going to the store to get some stuff. They realized the story didn't add up whatsoever, and she later admitted that she went to a friend's house like 11 miles away or something like that and just left her kid behind because, fuck it, what does it matter, right? Like, why does your kid need a caretaker, a parent, or anything, right? You would think with all this fucking OnlyFans money that she's made, with all of this greedy behavior that she's exhibited, that maybe she has a couple fucking spare dollars laying around for a babysitter so she doesn't really have to worry about the legality of leaving her kid at home. But that probably requires an IQ above about 42 in order to actually kind of unlock that fucking side quest for yourself, so it's just gonna be a lot of deflection. Like, she's painting it as if this is gonna be like the ultimate explanation, right? She no ends barred, she's telling the whole fucking story, right? No, because if that's what was going to happen, if she really had that good intention in mind to at least tell us the full story to try and explain it, it wouldn't be locked behind a paywall. It's that simple. So whatever bullshit apology/explanation is about to come, I can guarantee you it's going to be entirely ridiculous. And when you definitely don't get the fresh Optimus reaction on my other social media accounts, primarily Twitter and maybe my YouTube Shorts channel, link in the description, it's going to kind of all get brought to light, man. And other people, of course, are going to be talking about this as well. If it all really comes down to it, I'm going to show you exactly what she should show. Why don't you go ahead and show the notice to the clerk that shows the charges that you faced, okay? I think that's a pretty good idea. And show the court case number. When you look at the date of arrest, you'll quickly realize that this was barely a few months ago. This was barely a few months ago. In all actuality, this was less than 2 months ago. So, you don't get the excuse of saying, oh, this was in my past. This was, far back. It's not like this was 15 years ago and she's made all these changes and became a better person. No, this was less than 2 months ago. She's mocking the situation. She clearly doesn't give a fuck. She's lucky she's not holding a third-degree felony, and the only reason that she didn't catch that third-degree felony is because of insufficient evidence to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. She wasn't found innocent. She wasn't like, it wasn't like she didn't commit the crime and she was exonerated or something. They simply didn't have enough proof to convict her of this felony. She got away on technicality. She got away on the good graces of our legal system. She still openly admitted what happened. The only problem is there wasn't enough evidence to line it all up. So should this person have a TikTok career? Probably not. Should this person have a child? Absolutely not. Should this person be paid to explain this situation? Fuck no. I openly call on people and encourage people to seek out ways of checking this out without paying her directly. Do not pay her for her bullshit explanation on this situation. Allow her to fucking fall out of good graces with the rest of the internet like she deserves to. Let that money dry up on OnlyFans. And let her get back into the McDonald's kitchen making fucking chicken McNuggets within the next 5 years. So, with that being said though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @subtooptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below, and until my next video guys, this is Optimus, well, just definitely not a fan of this chick, and signing out.